I'm surprised that Netflix went in the direction that they have with the Sandman adaptation. I'm also surprised that Neil Gaiman is acting like such a shitbag about it. He's using the most obnoxious sort of arguments against the pronouns to conflate that with people who don't want a race-swapped version of one of the most iconic characters in all of comic books and possibly literary fiction. I have a couple of Death t-shirts, a poster, a bunch of postcards. I think I even have a button that I was using as a lucky charm for a while, which is kind of ironic. I don't know. I don't know where it is. I have a bunch of stuff in boxes, since I moved. And I moved years ago, but I still hadn't gotten a lot of stuff out of boxes because I lived in a small little place. But anyway, to think that, Gaiman, who at one point stuck up for Terry Pratchett fans who were upset at changes that were going to be made to one of his books, is now telling people basically, I give zero fucks for people who don't like a race-swapped death. And this bullshit, I just saw a tweet where he was talking about how she's been Asian, she's been an alien, she's been black before. Why are you complaining? And it's like, fuck off, dude. That's not the version, or those are not the versions that you pieces of shit have sold to us in merchandise. I've never seen a Black Death t-shirt, at least not a Black Death of the Endless t-shirt. So fuck off. The only reason why I'm upset, like, the thing is, not the only reason why I'm upset. I'm not even upset so much as that it's annoying because it's happening all the time now. But I thought at least with something like Death of the Endless, they would go, no, we can't fuck with this. This is like she's probably the most popular character in all of Sandman. I mean, she's my favorite character. I like Dream, and I like Delirium. I like a lot of the characters. It's a great series. One of my favorites. But looking at this casting and seeing how they just don't give a shit. And I don't really care about, representation. I don't give a shit. I want representation for the characters that I've invested so many years in. I mean, it's been like almost 20 fucking years that I've been a Sandman fan. And I'm looking at Unity Kincaid. Fuck off. Rose Walker. She doesn't even, not only does she not, she's race swapped, but she doesn't even look like how Rose Walker looks. Like, she doesn't look like that's the kind of personality that Rose Walker has in the books. I think Desire is actually a good Desire. I think that's a good casting choice. I think Despair is great, looks great for it. I'm tired of Patton Oswalt in every fucking thing. Back in the day, people used to make fun of Wesley Snipes being the only, like, he was in every movie. Like, when you make a movie and you have to cast a black actor as Wesley Snipes. But, like, that's the thing now with Patton Oswalt. Every time you fucking turn around, he's in some kind of comic book geek property. It's like, fuck off, I'm tired of him. And I don't even actually have a problem with him as a person. And it's just, I'm just sick of every time you turn around, he's in something. I like, Stephen Fry is Gilbert. Yeah, he's great as that. Joanna Constantine, I guess she's going to be, they're doing something where she's going to be in the future now. Joanna Constantine wasn't that, she was in Sandman stories, but I don't know why she's a character in this. Depends on how they're going to, because I know just looking at this, I don't think that they're going to actually do the books necessarily. They're just going to do whatever and just have these fucking characters in it. A lot of people are talking about this, though, the way Gaiman's been acting towards fans, and I haven't yet seen him address like serious concerns, particularly about death. Like, almost all these other ones you're pretty much going to have to accept. I think, like I said, I don't like the race swaps for any of them. I don't like this person, whoever she is, for Rose Walker. I don't like this Unity Kincaid. This, like, who the hell, how is she a rich heiress back in the 1920s? How many I don't know, maybe she was part of Black Wall Street or something. Like, it's just ridiculous. But no, I don't really have much to say. I'm just wanted to kind of get on here and rant about Gaiman being a piece of shit. At least about this. Like, I don't want to be completely turned off from Sandman as a series. Because, to be honest, for most of the properties that I really like, I don't give a shit about the adaptations. I ignore them. The MCU Spider-Man's my favorite fictional character. The cops are coming to get me, I guess. But Spider-Man's my favorite fictional character, but I haven't watched any of the MCU Spider-Man films. I just watch him when he's in like Civil War or the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. But he's not Spider-Man, so I hate him as Iron Boy. You know, I didn't like it when Miller had him acting like a cuck for Tony Stark back in the original Civil War. You know, so they've just carried that on into the MCU, and so I just didn't waste my time with it. So it's going to be the same thing here. I'm just not going to waste my time. I'm not going to bother with it. I remember when I watched the first episode of Walking Dead right after I read some of the books. I read a couple of them, and a friend of mine, shout out to Big Mike, a friend of mine gave me like all of his Walking Dead volumes up to that point, and I read them and then tried to watch the first episode and was just completely put off by it. And T-Dog and all that shit, like none of that was in the book, so I was just like, okay, fuck this. I don't care. Like I'm trying to think what adaptation that I really like. The Maltese Falcon adaptation is good, and although Sam Spade is blonde in the book, but Humphrey Bogart is so great in that. It's probably the best male acting performance. That's probably my favorite acting performance for men is Humphrey Bogart as Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon. But overall, a lot of adaptations I just have to ignore. They're usually better if you see the adaptation first and then go back and see the original source material. So you see the changes, but since you didn't really know what they were fucking up, it's more like, okay, I can forgive it because I've seen it first. Lonesome Dove. I saw Lonesome Dove, the miniseries. I watched that first, then read the book. The book's great. And I think that's maybe the closest and the best adaptation that I can think of right now, besides the Maltese Falcon. But yeah, look, this lady, this Kirby Howell Baptiste, she's pretty, and so and I don't have anything against her getting acting work, but she's not fucking Death of the Endless. If they casted her as a black version of Death, and I'm trying to think of when Death was black, she might have been black in one of those African stories where Sandman was being a dick to the little African girl, and he punished her and all of that. But it's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't remember when exactly she's been black. I know she was like Asian for a day. I think it was a Death High Cost of Living. She was Asian for a day. Like, she could be human for a day, and then not Asian for a day, human for a day rather. And then one of them, she was a little Chinese girl or something. But so I don't know. This year I'm trying to get caught up on a lot of older comic series. Like, I just recently finished Invincible, which was fucking nuts and insane. I want to reread Grant Morrison's The Invisibles and Animal Man, and maybe Doom Patrol. So maybe I'll fit some time in to reread Sandman. But this ain't it. This adaptation, I have nothing to do with it. I have no interest in it. I condemn it. I curse it. I think the casting for Desire is great. I think the casting for Despair is great. I don't remember Ethel Cripps and young Ethel Cripps. It's familiar, but I don't remember. John D., I don't give a shit. That's fine. I like David Thewlis. Rose Walker, trash. Patton Oswalt, He'll be a great voice for Matthew Reven, to be honest, but I'm just tired of him. Stephen Fry as Gilbert, I think it's fucking perfect. Joanna Constantine, this lady, Jenna Coleman, is cute. But that's not how I don't picture. She doesn't have the, but this is just a picture. She doesn't have Lady Constantine's bearing the way I see it. Unity Kincaid, trash. Nothing wrong with this lady, but this is not Unity Kincaid. So, Razan Jamal is Lyta Hall. No, she's not. Lyta Hall's this blonde lady. Wasn't it Fury? She was an asshole too, Fury. I gotta read those again because it's been a while. It's been a while. I don't remember everything anymore. So I'm just against this on GP. I'm not really too fussed about the pronouns. I just think it's embarrassing that they're doing this. It's like you have to play these games. I worked for, well, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I work for attorneys basically, and one or two of the firms have started the pronoun thing for a little while, and they did it for like a good 2 or 3 months, and now that I get emails from them, and that same person or same couple of people who are doing it stopped doing it. I guess they're just like, at this point, if you don't know what the fuck I am, like, just don't call me late for dinner, okay? I don't give a shit if you call me he, she, it, they, what, And I guess I'm just old school because I don't care about the pronouns either, and I don't. You can't convince me that that's the most important thing in the world, that somebody has to say, address me by my pronoun. Now, look, like I said, I wouldn't be like, no, fuck you. They says, call me they. I'm like, no, fuck you. I wouldn't do that, but I'm not at home by myself going, desire, they, them. I think of desire more as a girl, so I would just probably call desire she. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call her she to her face, but who knows? So yeah, I'm not going to spend too much. I'm not going to spend any more time on this. Sandman adaptation is a no-go for me. Gaiman, I really started this because I was just annoyed with Gaiman gaslighting, and everybody's been talking about this, so I'm not bringing anything new to the table. Gaiman gaslights guts. No, but anyway, sorry. But yeah, it's so disingenuous, and this happens with a lot of these issues. With Last of Us Part 2, everybody can hide behind, oh, you're sexist, you're homophobic, you're racist. They hide behind that easily. Any kind of critique you have of it. We saw it with Star Wars, these new Star Wars films. We saw it with so many different things that, you put in this weird box. And I hate to say, well, I'm black, so I could complain about a Black Death. But I'm like, this is not the issue for me. I'm invested in the character. I'm saying that as a black fan of this work, that I didn't need them to be my color, for me to be connected to them and find something, of value. So, anyway, that's it for now. Go away now. I don't know. I hate when he does that. Critical drinker. I know that everybody's got to have their thing, but his sign off is annoying. Tipster, where he does all those hand gestures and thumbs up and points and middle finger, whatever the heck gestures he does at the end, that's annoying too. So, bye-bye.